at all these events. So did the police recognise you today?
They did. I think the police have seen me at about, this is the 4th thing they have seen me at. And I always offer them cake and they never take it.
So Helen, you're from Inform Scotland.
That's right, yeah.
So what is the sort of mission of the group? What is the kind of
The mission
key...
of the group is to put the facts in front of people.
Yeah.
The messaging that we are getting is so skewed and so... It shocks me. I'm quite a traditional person. You wouldn't think so. But
Yeah.
I used to be quite a traditional person. And I always assumed that the figures that we were getting from mainstream sources, from traditional sources, were correct. And yet when I started looking at the ONS data myself, it just didn't stack up.
In terms of the virus itself?
In terms of the virus itself and in terms of how we're dealing with it,
Yep.
and certainly in terms of how we are proposing to deal with it, with these absolutely dystopian measures. We should never be considering them.
I think when it comes to data, it's difficult because I think people put their eggs in the basket before they actually know the data.
Yes.
And
I do try to keep open
Yeah.
to always question, to when studies come out, as there was a study appearing to support the efficacy of masks recently, you think, oh, is it possible? Is this actually true? So you go in, you read the study, you read the abstract, and you start unpicking it, and you realise that the criteria that these studies have been done on are utterly Mickey Mouse. And that really is shocking when members of the public are doing the kind of research that journalists should be, as opposed to just regurgitating whatever has been told them on their latest press release.
what do you think...
Well, I'll catch you.
We'll catch up in a bit. This always happens to us, Liam. I'm always live when we bump into each other. What do you think forcing masks says about us as a culture? If you say that culture is Britain or if you say it's Scotland, what do you think that says about us that it's not our choice to wear one? Do you think that...
I think it is indescribably sinister. People say, oh, it's just a mask. Oh, for heaven's sake, it's just a mask. You're objecting to it because you don't like a little bit of discomfort for the greater good. Well, to be forcing us to cover our faces, to be forcing children to cover their faces for up to 8 hours a day in schools. We know that so much of our learning comes from, of our communication, comes from non-verbal cues. And to be muzzling us, to be impeding proper communication, I think is just absolutely unjustifiable. Right, I've had to take my umbrella down.
I'll get some...